Okay. So headlight side distance. We'll see headlight side distance.
Sir, we forgot two things there.
What are that?
The grade compensation and shift of curve.
Yeah, okay, that we'll see.
Yes, sir.
Headlight, okay, yeah, understood. So now we'll see what is headlight side distance. Okay. So you know what are headlights for the vehicle, okay? So the vehicle at night times, actually, at night times, up to how much distance it should be visible road, okay? That is HSD, okay? HSD is nothing but HSD, the distance should be visible from the vehicle, in night time on the road, okay? So actually the problem comes in case of valley curves and summit curves as well as horizontal curves also. So basically calculation is very simple. HSD calculation. See, some danger is there on the road means we need to stop the vehicle actually. So HSD equal to SSD only. Okay, stopping side distance only, which is equal to VT plus, generally we calculate VT plus V square by 2GF. Okay, we calculate like this, VT plus V square by 2GF for HSD calculation. Okay, so it is actually SSD only. So how much distance it should be visible on the road? Okay, some gradients are there means you can take gradient formula also, not a problem. Plus or minus n also you can consider. Okay, F plus or minus n also you can consider. For HSD calculation, it is simply mathematically it is SSD only, but concept is here in night time actually. So suppose in case of valley curves, suppose valley curve may be like this. I will draw here valley curve. It may be like this. The vehicle may be like this, and headlight focus may be up to certain distance. Suppose some danger is there away from that focusing distance, then it's not advisable. That's why the headlight should be focused up to SSD distance. Okay, that's the logic here. So in case of valley curves or otherwise in case of summit curves also, see in case of summit curves also, something like this means the vision obstructed here, right? So I will join from here like this. So while designing this valley curves and summit curves, the HSD also should be taken into account actually. So for that, HSD is equal to SSD only, VT plus V square by 2Z, F plus or minus N. So I'll give you an example. Find headlight side distance for National Highway NH having design speed of 100 kmph. Take F equal to 0.35 and reaction time T equal to 2.5 seconds. So HSD equal to VT plus V square by 2GF, which is equal to 100 by 3.6 into 2.5 plus V square. 100 by 3.6 square by 2 into 9.81 into F is 0.35, which is equal to how much? Just how much? Hundred by 3.6.
81.81.
180.
81.81.
81 meters. Okay, that is the HSD. So calculation is very simple. HSD, SSD both are same only. Okay. Here SSD means stopping sight distance. Actually, headlight sight distance means up to what distance headlights must be focused. Okay. Up to what distance headlights must be focused is called headlight sight distance. Okay. Next important thing is overtaking sight distance. OSD, overtaking sight distance. So it is very important thing. So you need to understand this clearly. I will explain you in detail. So for overtaking purpose, minimum 2 lanes should be there. Suppose consider 2 lane road is there like this. This 2 lane road, 2 lane 2 way. Assume it is 2 lane 2 way traffic. 2 lane 2 way traffic. 2 way means the opposite vehicle will be coming. Okay. So here scenario is like this. Suppose why we need to overtake the vehicle. Suppose in front of us some slow moving vehicle is going. You want to go fast. Okay. Then you need to overtake, right? So overtaking is must. Overtaking operation is must. So one slow moving vehicle is there in front of you, then you need overtaking operation, right? So the slow moving vehicle, let us assume this is this vehicle. Suppose slow moving vehicle is this one, okay, going like this. Let us assume this is B1 position, okay, B1 bus, okay. B1 is moving from that location to this location with constant speed. B2 location, okay. B1 is moving from B1 to B2, but fast moving vehicle, actually suppose A vehicle, okay. Suppose A1 vehicle started the overtaking operation and completed the overtaking operation, came here, this position, A1 to A2. That means the A1 vehicle taken the path like this and going like this, and while going here it may accelerate in between, because without acceleration overtaking is not possible, right? Acceleration is required in between. Acceleration means the speed should be increased and it should come to its original lane finally, like this. But a slow moving vehicle moves like this with constant velocity, okay. And in between, I mean, meanwhile, what happens? I will extend this line. Meanwhile, opposite vehicle will be coming like this. Suppose this is C1 position and it occupies C2 position like this. So the opposite coming vehicle reached here, okay, like this. So here A1 vehicle, I mean A vehicle starts its overtaking operation from this A1 location, and it ends its operation at A2 location. Okay. Before that, actually, that A vehicle has to wait for overtaking chance. Actually, suppose this is A0 position. In reaction time of the driver, it travels some distance. In reaction time, I will explain you what is reaction time. Let us assume this is D1, this distance is D2, this distance is D3. See, overtaking operation will be like this. Vehicle A is trying for overtaking chance. Vehicle A is trying for overtaking chance. That means how to wait for chance while seeing opposite direction.
Sir, voice break out, sir.
Yeah, correct. Voice break అవుతుంది. Internet slow గా వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. ఇప్పుడు ఓకే కదా? Srinivas, now okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Vehicle A will be waiting for overtaking chance. So waiting for overtaking chance means he has to see any opposite vehicle is coming or not. If opposite vehicle is coming like C vehicle, if it is far away, then he can start the overtaking operation. Okay. If opposite vehicle is very far away, then he can start the overtaking operation. That means he must be waiting for the chance. So once he decides that he has to take overtaking, then he can start the overtaking operation. So for taking decision, he takes some time, right? For taking decision, he takes some time. That's why D1 is actually distance traveled in. D1 is nothing but distance traveled in reaction time of driver. Reaction time of driver. Actually, before taking overtaking operation, before starting overtaking operation, okay, the vehicle A must be moving with the vehicle B speed only. Assume here vehicle B speed is okay. Slow moving vehicle speed is, I'll write here. Slow moving vehicle speed equal to V suffix B. Okay. Slow moving vehicle speed is V suffix B. Design speed of road. Design speed of road equal to V only. Okay. Slow moving vehicle speed is VB. Design speed of road is V. Okay. Now the vehicle A must be traveling with the slow moving vehicle speed only. Okay. That's why D1 equal to obviously VB into reaction time. Okay. Vehicle A has to travel with the slow moving vehicle speed only, because in front of him a slow moving vehicle is passing. In front of him a slow moving vehicle is passing. So he has to reduce his speed to VB only. So while waiting for the chance of overtaking, he must be traveling with the VB speed only. Vehicle A must be traveling with the VB speed only. So whenever he gets the chance, he starts the overtaking operation. Of course, while taking the decision, the time elapsed is reaction time t. That's why his speed is vb. Vb into t will be the distance traveled in reaction time of the driver. Clear? అందరికి అర్థమైందా? శ్రీనివాస్?
Yes, sir. Clear.
జోష్న క్లియర్ కదమ్మా? స్లో బి అనేది స్లో మూవింగ్ వెహికల్ అన్నమాట. స్లోగా వెళ్తుంది. వీడు ఓవర్టేకింగ్ కోసం వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నాడు. సో ఓవర్టేకింగ్ చేద్దామా వద్దా అనుకుంటున్నాడు. అప్పుడు ఏమైంది? ఎస్, ఇంకా ఓవర్టేకింగ్ చేద్దాము అనేటప్పటికే వాడు కొంచెం దూరం ట్రావెల్ చేస్తాడు అనమాట. అది D1 అనమాట. సో వాడు వెళ్తున్న స్పీడ్ ఏంటి? VB అనమాట. సో VB ఇంటూ రియాక్షన్ టైం T. జనరలీ యాజ్ పర్ IRC, for overtaking operation, reaction time equal to 2 seconds. Okay, as per IRC, Indian Road Congress, T equal to 2 seconds for overtaking operation. Okay, for SSD it was 2.5 seconds. Now it is 2 seconds only. That is the calculation for D1. And now one important thing we need to observe here: time required for A1 to A2, let us assume T seconds. At the same time, during the same time, B1 vehicle goes to B2 position. For that also T seconds. Okay, these are parallel activities. So parallelly, simultaneously, these vehicles will be passing. So whenever that A1 passing from A1 to A2 location, at the same time B1 goes from B1 to B2. At the same time, C1 vehicle goes from C1 to C2 position. Okay, so in T seconds, capital T seconds, everything is going here. 3 vehicles are passing here. A vehicle is passing from A1 to A2, B vehicle is passing from B1 to B2, C vehicle is passing from C1 to C2. Here, before waiting, I mean, at the time, before waiting of that overtaking chance, he has to maintain some gap. The A vehicle and B vehicle in between, center to center, some gap must be there. Let us assume it is yes. Similarly, after overtaking also, he has to maintain some gap. Let us assume that also yes gap. Okay. Now, the distance between B1 and B2, here this B1 and B2, this distance. See, B1 vehicle will be passing with the same speed, that is VB speed. Okay, B1 vehicle will be passing with the VB speed multiplied by, see, time taken from B1 to B2 is capital T seconds. So VB into capital T is nothing but VB into capital T is time, I mean distance traveled from B1 to B2. So now you see D2 is what? D2 equal to S plus VB into T plus S, that is 2S plus VB into capital T. So D2 equal to 2S plus VB into capital T. D3 equal to, obviously D3, see the vehicle C will be passing with the design speed. So V into capital T. Okay, because time taken from C1 to C2 is T seconds. So design speed, he will be passing with the C is passing with the design speed. That's why VT. So D3 is equal to V into capital T. So finally, OSD equal to D1 plus D2 plus D3. Okay, note here. For one-way vehicles, for one-way traffic, OSD equal to, see, one-way means no C vehicle. OSD equal to D1 plus D2 only. D1 plus D2 only. Our task is here how to find that capital T. So if you know that capital T, that means overtaking period. T, capital T is overtaking period. If you know that capital T, you can get easily that D2 as well as D3. Finally, you can get OSD. So we will see in detail how to calculate that capital T. Okay. అందరికి అర్థమైందా? నీట్ గా OSD అంటే ఏంటి? OSD అంటే ఎక్కడంటే ఎక్కడికి? A0 పొజిషన్ అంటే వాడు డిసిషన్ తీసుకునే ముందు ఎక్కడున్నాడు, ఆ తర్వాత ఆ టైంలో వాడికి ఎంత దూరం కనిపించాలి. A0 పొజిషన్ లో ఉన్నాడు అనమాట. బిఫోర్ టేకింగ్, ఐ మీన్ బిఫోర్ టేకింగ్ డిసిషన్ ఆఫ్ ఓవర్టేకింగ్ A0 పొజిషన్ లో ఉన్నాడు. వాడికి C1 పొజిషన్ కనిపించాలన్నమాట. C1 పొజిషన్ కనిపిస్తే వాడు సేఫ్ గా A2 పొజిషన్ రీచ్ అయిపోతాడు అనమాట ఓవర్టేకింగ్ అయిపోయేటప్పటికి. అప్పటికి C1 వచ్చి C2 దగ్గరికి వచ్చేసి ఉంటుంది. సో అంత దూరం కనిపించకపోతే ఏమవుతుంది, మధ్యలో తడబడి A2 C2ని క్రాష్ అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. A2 C2 క్రాష్ అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. సో టు అవాయిడ్ దట్ క్రాషింగ్ ఆఫ్ A2 and C2, we need to have this much D1, D1, D2, D3, that much distance should be visible for a vehicle from A0 to C1. That much distance should be visible on the road. So why it won't visible means some curves are there, some vertical curves may be there, some valley curves may be there, some horizontal curves may be there. Inside of the horizontal curves, some trees may be there, some vision may be obstructed due to trees. All these are the possibilities for not visible, okay, non-visibility from A1 to A0 to C1. So A0 to C1, whatever distance is there, overtaking side distance, if this much distance is available on the road, if this much distance is able to seen by the overtaking person, then only he has to start the overtaking operation. Otherwise he has to wait for some more time for overtaking operation. Okay, అందరూ క్లియర్ అయిందా? సో A0 పొజిషన్ నుండి ఎదురుగా మనం చూస్తున్నప్పుడు C1 ఎక్కడో దూరంగా వస్తుంటాడు, ఎదురుగా వచ్చే వెహికల్ అది చాలా దూరంలో ఉంటే కనుక వీడు ఓవర్టేకింగ్ స్టార్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఎందుకంటే వాడు దగ్గరకు వచ్చేస్తూ ఉంటాడు, C1 వెహికల్ దగ్గరకు వచ్చేస్తూ ఉంటాడు అనమాట. సో వీడు ఆ లోపల వాడు దగ్గరగా వచ్చేసే లోపల వీడు ఓవర్టేకింగ్ ఆపరేషన్ అయిపోయి మళ్ళీ లెఫ్ట్ లైన్ లోకి వెళ్ళిపోగలగాలన్నమాట. అంత డిస్టెన్స్ అవైలబిలిటీ ఉండాలా, అంత దూరం కనిపించాలన్నమాట రోడ్డు. దాన్ని మనం ఓవర్టేకింగ్ సైడ్ డిస్టెన్స్ అని అంటున్నాం అనమాట. కీర్తి క్లియర్ అర్థమైందమ్మా? సో మనకు క్యాపిటల్ టీ కనుక్కోవడం చాలా పెద్ద టాస్క్, డీటెయిల్ గా చూద్దాం. మీరు క్యాపిటల్ టీ కనుక్కునే ముందు అసలు ఆపరేషన్ మీకు అర్థం అవ్వాలి క్లియర్ గా. A0 to A1 ఏంటి, A1 to A2 ఏంటి, B1 to B2 ఏంటి, C1 to C2 ఏంటి, ఎవరు ఏ స్పీడ్ తేలుతున్నారు. ఓకే, మనకు ఓవర్టేకింగ్ చేసే ఏ అనే పర్సన్, ఏ అనే వెహికల్ ఖచ్చితంగా స్లో మూవింగ్ వెహికల్ స్పీడ్ తో వెళ్తుండాలి. ఎందుకంటే దాని వెనకనే ఫాలో అవుతూ ఉంటాడు అనమాట. స్లో మూవింగ్ వెహికల్ వెనక ఫాలో అవుతూ ఉంటాడు కాబట్టి అది ఎంత స్పీడ్ తో వెళ్తుంటది అంటే VB స్పీడ్ తో వెళ్తుంటది అనమాట. సో VB ఇంటూ స్మాల్ టీ అనేది D1 మనకు. స్మాల్ టీ ఎందుకంటే రియాక్షన్ టైం అనమాట. వన్స్ రియాక్షన్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత వాడు డెసిషన్ తీసేసుకుని బ్రేక్ ఓవర్టేకింగ్ స్టార్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు యాక్సిలరేట్ చేస్తాడు అనమాట. A1 వెహికల్ యాక్సిలరేట్ చేసుకుని A2కి వెళ్తాడు అనమాట. అంటే స్పీడ్ పెంచుకుంటాడు. స్పీడ్ పెంచుకోకపోతే దాని వెనకనే పోతుంటాడు కదా, స్పీడ్ పెంచుకుంటే కదా ముందుకు వెళ్ళిపోగలుగుతాడు. ఆ టైంలో B1 అనేది అదే ఒకే స్పీడ్ తో VB స్పీడ్ తో వెళ్తూ ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట B1 B2 వరకు. అదేవిధంగా ఆపోజిట్ లో వచ్చే వెహికల్ కూడా కాన్స్టెంట్ డిజైన్ స్పీడ్ ఆఫ్ ద రోడ్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది VB స్లో మూవింగ్ వెహికల్ కంటే కూడా. ఓకే, సో C1 C2 దగ్గరికి వచ్చేస్తాడు అనమాట ఆ టైంలో. సో ఇక్కడ A1 A2కి వెళ్ళడానికి పట్టే టైము 2 సెకండ్సే, B1 B2కి వెళ్ళడానికి పట్టే టైము 2 సెకండ్సే, C1 C2కి వెళ్ళడానికి పట్టే టైం కూడా 2 సెకండ్సే. నౌ we will see how to calculate that capital T. That is very important. Okay, so calculation of capital T. Okay, you know kinematics. Okay, kinematics actually, suppose velocity time graph gives us what? Velocity time graph. See, the overtaking vehicle initially will be having some velocity. I will explain you 3 cases actually here. Zero, 2 seconds. Initially, he will be having VB velocity, and this angle is acceleration. This angle is called acceleration. Okay. See, velocity is increasing per second. Per second increasing velocity is called acceleration, right? So the vehicle will be moving with the acceleration. The slope is called acceleration here. In velocity time graph, slope is called acceleration. So the area under the line, under the curve, okay, area under the velocity time graph gives us distance traveled. So area is here. See, one rectangle is there, one triangle is there. Okay, so this height is AT and this height is VB. Okay, so area here is area of velocity time graph gives distance traveled. So the distance traveled d2 distance equal to, here rectangle is VB into capital T plus half into width T into height AT, that equal to VB into T plus half AT square. That is the distance traveled. Okay, here care should be taken here. This must be the height. The height represents final velocity. This final velocity must be less than or equal to design speed v, that is design speed. Okay, final velocity, see, velocities keep on increasing, so final velocity is VB plus AT. VB plus AT is the final velocity. This is VB plus A into capital T. This is the final velocity. This must be less than or equal to design speed, then only it is valid. Okay, otherwise you are going beyond the design speed, means no point, right? No meaning at all. So on the road, at any cost, you should not go beyond the design speed. Okay. So this is D2, but according to previous, this one D2 is what? 2s plus VB into T. From previous slide, this was 2s plus VB into T. Why? S is before gap, another S is another after gap. Then in capital T time, the slow moving vehicle moves from B1 to B2 with speed of VB. That's why VB into T. So D2 is nothing but S plus VBT plus S. That's why 2S plus VBT. Now compare these two. So comparing 2S plus VB into capital T equal to VB into capital T plus VB into capital T plus half AT square. See, VB into capital T, VB into capital T gets cancelled. So T square equal to 4S by A and T equal to square root of 4S by A. If you know the acceleration and distance S, that gap, then you can find capital T, and just by back substituting this capital T in previous dt d3, then you can find OSD. Okay, even doubts na indulo? Capital T kanukodanlo emana doubts unnaya? Srinivas, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Josna, clear kadamma T kanukodam? Josna?
Clear, sir.
ఓకే మా కీర్తి, అర్థమైంది కదా క్యాపిటల్ టీ ఎలా కనుక్కున్నాం అనేది ఈ కేసులో?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే,
Sir, A units ఏంటి sir?
ఏనమ్మా యూనిట్సా? యాక్సిలరేషన్ అమ్మా, మీటర్ పర్ సెకండ్ స్క్వేర్. యాక్సిలరేషన్ వచ్చి మీటర్ పర్ సెకండ్ స్క్వేర్. చేంజ్ ఆఫ్ వెలాసిటీ బై టైం. ఓకే, క్లియర్ అమ్మా?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, sometimes velocity time graph may be in different in different scenario it may be different. Okay, calculation of T in case of different accelerations. That means Suppose this is velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. Okay. Now here initial speed we know VB. The vehicle is moving with A1 velocity, A1 acceleration for T1 time, and A2 acceleration changed, decreased or increased, it may be, okay, for T2 time. Okay, this total time is nothing but capital T. Okay, they may mention that what is T1, what is T2. Okay, any one they will give, either T1 or T2 they will give. Okay, then here also same, distance traveled equal to area under graph. Okay, distance traveled equal to area under graph, VT graph. Okay, that means area is here, that is D2 equal to here, VB into T1 plus half into T1 into that A1 T1, right? This height, okay? This height is A1 T1. Similarly, this height is A2 T2, okay? Plus this this height will be now VB plus A1 T1, okay? So VB plus A1 T1 multiplied by T2 is the rectangle, plus another triangle is there, half into A2 T2, I mean into T2, that equal to VB T1 plus half A1 T1 square plus VB T2 plus A1 T1 T2 plus half A2 T2 square. This is D2. So comparing with D2 equal to VBT plus 2S, we can get capital T. Okay, so just whatever may be the problem, just area under the graph gives you distance. So comparing the distance with D2, you can get capital T. Just by back substituting that capital T in original equation, you can get OSD, overtaking side distance. Is it okay? Clear, Amma? Naresh?